guys, and welcome to a new reading vlog. We're just gonna jump right into it and talk about the first book that I will be reading in this video. So the first book is Servant of Earth by Sarah Hawley. This is the first book in a romantasy series. The plot is kind of overdone. It's basically about a human girl who has to survive in the Fae court, and she has to go through some trials, I believe. Yeah, she has to undertake 6 deadly trials. Kind of an overdone plot and trope, but I first heard of this book while I was doing my tier ranking of September new releases video. The second book is coming out in September, and the plot of this book is currently something that I'm in the mood to read. So I'm gonna start reading this, and then I'll let you guys know more about what this book is about at my first check-in. So I have now made it to about page 181 in Servant of Earth. So first, let me quickly summarize what this book is about. So I'm keeping this spoiler free, so I will say like the first 3 chapters of this book is kind of like the setup, and you get a little bit of background on the female main character's life so far, what she has been doing to earn money, and who are her friends. But because her backstory isn't really mentioned in the summary at the back of the book, I'm not gonna go into detail. So some events happen, and then the main female character, her name is Kenna, she ends up entering the Fae realm. So once she enters the Fae realm, the Fae brings her to a kind of like a court meeting where all the noble Faes are attending a session. And then the king of the Fae, he decides that he's going to give Kenna to one of the nobles. So the Fae nobles are kind of divided into 6 houses related to a certain branch of magic. So there are 6 branches of magic. There's earth magic, fire, light, void, illusion, and blood. So Kenna is given to the heir of the Earth House. And more specifically, Kenna is tasked to assist the heir in the upcoming trials. So for the Fae, when they come of age, they have to go through these 6 trials. And if they pass the trial, then they gain immortality and also full access to the magic of their respective houses. If they fail the trials, the best case is they could still gain immortality, but they will have restricted access to the magic powers. And the worst case scenario is death for the heir and their servant. So Kenna joins the Earth House, and she decides that yes, she's gonna help the heir with the trials, but she is also still trying to find a way out from the Fae realm. Oh yeah, and there is a dagger that Kenna found in the first 3 chapters before she entered the Fae realm. We don't really know the origin of this dagger, but It is a sentient dagger and it sometimes speaks into Keina's mind. And Keina also meets the nobles from the other houses. And I can sense like some potential male leads. Where I'm at the story right now, the young nobles are just about to start the second trial. Overall, I am really enjoying this book. This is so much better than I expected. When I first picked up this book, I was like expecting a really cliche romantasy book, but I actually feel like the plot and writing is really engaging and it's keeping my interest. I'm actually flying through this book. And also, I like the female main character and I enjoy her dynamic and relationship with the heir of Earth House. And then I also kind of like the little interactions and tension between Keina and some of the potential male leads. This is very easy to read. I don't think like the world building is too complicated. It's quite straightforward. And it can be a little bit predictable maybe, but I'm still really enjoying the story despite that. I think it has a good balance between action and also just some slow moments as the female main character starts to discover more things about the Fae realm and as she learns more about the history and relationships between the noble houses. Anyway, I cannot wait to read more, and then I don't know if my next update is gonna be when I finish this book or once I'm, almost done with this book. So I will keep reading and come back with another update. Hi guys, it's currently Saturday morning. I finished reading Servant of Earth 2 days ago on Thursday night, and I was going to film my raw reaction after finishing that book, but it was kind of late at night and people were sleeping. And also, when I looked at myself on the camera, I saw that my face was so flushed, like I just ran a marathon. I think it's because I was so pumped up reading the ending of the book because there was so many things happening and it was like a huge climax point in the book. So overall, I absolutely love this book. I ate it up. I flew through this book. I think like I really like the female main character in this book, and then I like her friendships. I like her reading her struggles and how she overcomes them. And even though the plot is kind of predictable, the story is quite engaging and all the trials that they had to go through were kind of interesting. So at my last update, I did mention the plot, but there is another plot that I didn't mention. And I don't think it's a spoiler because it's written at the back of this book. It says here, soon Kana gets caught up in a secret rebellion against the inventively sadistic fairy king. So there is also a rebellion going on because the king, he kind of oppressed the Fae. So they have been trying to overthrow him, and Kana gets swept up in the rebellion. So the romance, I don't want to touch too much on the romance because I feel like if I say anything, it might be a spoiler. So obviously, the second book that's coming out on September 30th, I will be immediately buying this book. I don't know if I'm going to read through my Kindle or if I'm going to get the physical book, but I'm definitely going to be picking it up as soon as it comes out. I don't know what I want to read next. I do have a magic steeped in poison, which I just borrowed from the library. And then I have a bunch of books on Kindle Unlimited downloaded on my Kindle as well. And of course, I also have my physical shelf. So I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna think what I'm gonna read next. Then I'll update you guys on whatever book that I'm picking next. Hi guys, so I've settled on the next book that I'm going to be reading in this video. It's the Dark Lord's Guide to Dating by Tiffany Hunt. This is on Kindle Unlimited. I'm currently about 11% into this book. So far, I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely a fun time. This is a romantasy, but it reads a little bit like a rom-com. The main male character, he is a Dark Lord, a kind of villainous character. He is trying to unlock the power of an heirloom, but one of the requirements is that he has to be married or bonded to someone who's part of the bloodline of a hero. So he and his minions, they were like looking through the list of possible candidates, and they settled on this noble woman. Her name is Arabella. Arabella's father has been trying to get her married off, and Arabella has been rebelling by causing issues for the potential fiancés. So the Dark Lord and his minions, they kidnapped Arabella and brought her back to his lair. It is quite insta-lovey and kind of a cliche story, but you know what? I'm eating it up. It's just a fun time. I would say the Dark Lord, he's definitely falling really fast for Arabella. And Arabella, she definitely feels the physical attraction, but she's still very wary of the Dark Lord. Anyway, I cannot wait to continue reading this book, and I'll let you guys know more thoughts on this book later. Hi guys, so it's the following weekend. It's currently Sunday morning, and I have made it to about 38% into the Dark Lord's Guide to Dating. So the female main character, Arabella, she agrees to this marriage of convenience with the Dark Lord. The Dark Lord's name is Casimir, but Arabella also sets out her own demands, and Casimir agrees to them. However, Casimir soon realizes that there's more that needs to be done in order to unlock the power of the heirloom, and so Casimir starts his plan to seduce Arabella. I enjoy the tension and banter between Casimir and Arabella. I like the dynamic that they have between each other. I really enjoy the romance aspect in this book. However, I'm not super invested in the plot or really the fantasy aspect in this book, and I'm slowly kind of losing interest in the story, unfortunately. But it could also be a me problem because I have been playing Silk Song a lot recently, and I just can't put that game down. I'm not very good at the game, but it's still a really fun game to play. I do still really like the romance, so I'm gonna keep reading this. However, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to finish this. It might take me another week, or it could take me another month since I'm super distracted by Silk Song right now. So I do recommend this if you like more romance in your fantasy, and I do think a lot of people will like this book. And I'm actually going to end this reading vlog here because I don't know how long it's gonna take me to finish this, and I do want to put up this video today. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoy this video, please give a like and subscribe. There will be more reading vlogs coming up. So I will see you guys next time.